What is up, and welcome to Koi's Corner, a channel for personal and spiritual growth. I'm Koi, and in the past we've talked extensively on something known as astral projection. And we've talked about it because it's important to see how such experiences, out-of-body experiences, can really change our perception and our understanding of not only life in general, but the notion of other dimensions and death as well. Now, I did a video on astral projection quite a while back, which you can find up here, but since that time, I've gotten an overwhelming amount of questions ranging through many different topics, and I've also discovered a few new methods of astral projection, which I'm going to be sharing here and now. First and foremost, I think it's very important to clear up that astral projections are not lucid dreams. They are two completely different phenomenon, and anyone who's had one or the other or both can easily tell them apart and knows this to be true. Lucid dreaming is merely becoming aware of a dream while we are already in it, whereas astral projection is completely walking ourselves and our body and our spirit body or our soul, whatever it may be, through the process of detaching from the physical body and entering this new dimensional reality, again, of whatever that may be. They are two different things achieved in two different ways. And this is why astral projection, I think, is so much more important in a lot of ways than lucid dreaming, because it is the act of walking ourselves through this detachment and experiencing these new phenomenons by choice that really destroys our kind of perception of what reality is and how we think it to be. So beyond this common mix-up, there's also the fact that no, you cannot die from an astral projection. While you can die in your sleep, you can physically die at any given time, whether it's during an astral projection or not. You can't directly die from an astral projection, as well as astral projections are not demonic entities or demonic things in their own right. While many religions might try to twist these external experiences beyond the body as such, they are just experiences, and our perception is what shapes them. You can view an astral projection as demonic, or you can view it as angelic. The choice is yours, but on a universal level, it's neither. So beyond this, let's point out a few key things that one really should know and understand before and during their astral projection sequence, or as they're getting into it. Number one, as we just said, you can't die directly from an astral projection. Number two, astral projection is completely safe. No matter what your physical body is doing, it is unharmed, it is separate from your physical body, and therefore not influenced or harmed by it, no matter what, when you come back. Number three, you don't bring back demons. Like I said, the demonic notion or the angelic notion is of choice, but you don't bring back these makeshift beings with you. The astral plane, the astral realm, and the astral experience are their own place of awareness. In the same way, your dreams don't bring back physical entities when you have a dream. They are just there in the dream realm. And number four, you cannot fear astral projections, or you will never have one fully. This is a big one. You have to really want to have an astral projection. You have to love the aspect and the idea of astral projections before you even try projecting. And number five is patience, patience, patience. This is the biggest question I get. It doesn't matter what step of astral projection you may be stuck on, the answer to your questions, no matter what it may be, is repetition and patience. Just continue trying. Just keep giving it shots. It doesn't matter if it takes months or years, it will eventually occur. That is as simple as it gets. So with wanting this video to be very direct and very simple, let's cut to the chase of how to astral project correctly. Now, I've said in the past in many of my methods that a good time to astral project is at night, or to do the wake back to bed method, which kind of emulates lucid dreaming, of going to sleep, waking up in the middle of the night, or just going right to sleep at night and trying to astral project. And while it does work, I've found, in my practice especially, and connecting with others, that the best time to astral project is after actually pretty much a full night of sleep in the early hours of the morning. That is the first step to astral projection before we get into anything, is doing your astral projection or partaking in your astral projection in the very early hours of the morning after you've had a full night of sleep, or at least 5 to 6 hours of sleep. So with that being said, let's get into these steps. Step one, again, is to go to sleep and don't bother to set an alarm. Allow your body to fully rest, get a full night of sleep in, but try to go to bed a little bit early, maybe 9 or 10, so that you automatically wake up in the early hours of the morning. Step two is to have your phone or laptop nearby and to keep your room as dark as possible. If you don't have dark sheets, a night mask, which you can put over your eyes, will do, or you can maybe put a blanket up over your window to make it as dark as possible. Step three, upon waking, use minimal energy when you are getting up and put on fade away binaural beats at a low volume and apply the blindfolds, or to stay in complete darkness. So you may have your window open, you may have lights on in your room, but when you wake up after a full night of sleep with the sun rising, you want to quickly and have these kind of ready. I will have links in the description below to theta wave binaural beats, to guided projections. You want to, with very low energy, put on these theta waves, put on this guided projection, then cover the window and put these blinders on, one or the other. So you have just done so. You have just put these theta waves on, these binaural beats that will influence the mind and help you detach, and also covered all lighting in your room with minimal energy. So you are still laying there in a very tired and relaxed state. Step 4, again, stay very relaxed and completely still. Sort of laying in a spread eagle pose with your legs and arms out to the side. A good way to imagine this is as if you were making a snow angel. You start in that position, or you lay in that position. And while you lay there, close your eyes and let these theta waves just wash over your entire body for about 5 to 10 minutes. Just let them flow fully and feel them while staying consciously aware. The next step is not to focus on breathing. Let it be natural and envision each breath out of your body as you sinking lower and lower and lower into the bed or couch. So while you are laying there, letting these theta waves wash over, you inhale, and as you exhale, imagine your body just sinking, sinking, sinking. Inhale, exhale, sinking, 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 every single time, as low as you can possibly go. And you just continue doing this as long as possible. And as long as you continue doing this, you will eventually get to a point where your entire body begins to vibrate. And this is the transitioning phase between this realm and the next, is breaking through that vibrational state. So step 6, when the vibrational state comes and becomes intense, start to imagine a rope hanging above you in the astral realm. So when you were laying there, sinking into the bed, feeling these vibrations, letting them soak over you, imagine a rope hanging above your head, and imagine your astral arms lifting out of your body, but not lifting your physical arms, only your astral arms, and grabbing the rope and hand over hand, very slowly pulling yourself out of this physical body. And finally, step 7, you will eventually hear a pop or an envelopment of light kind of hitting you and occurring, and that is the transition that you have just entered the astral realm, is that kind of kick, essentially, that you feel this detachment from the physical world we live in and into this astral experience. Most likely you will be in your room when you are experiencing this astral projection, so when you pop out, you will be in a kind of distorted, Tron-like, maybe blue-hued or different color-hued aspect or vision of your room that you are in right now. It's going to look the same for where you are projecting to most people, but you will know you are in the astral body because you will probably be floating and probably be very movable, light, and transparent. But from that point, you can venture out of your room, through your walls, out your door, and into the astral realm to do as you please and to interact and create with whatever occurs. Another big step after this is to just not freak out. I say this in all my guides, but you just can't freak out. The hardest thing about projecting is that when you have that first projection experience, you get very excited. You are aware of your astral projection, but you get so excited that you snap back to your body, and that's the end of your projection. And now you have to do it again some other night. So do your best to, when you recognize this astral experience, to slowly accept it in a kind of meditative state, and then move forward with it. Don't let it fully freak you out, but embrace it, be thankful for it, and move into it slowly and peacefully. And after that, you have now entered the astral realm, and you are in the astral realm fully and can do as you please. So that really is the guide to astral projection, the kind of common misconceptions we have about it, and how we can use this very common rope method in a new kind of light to get outside this physical body and to experience new dimensional realities like never before. But if you have any questions or comments, feel free to like, subscribe, and leave those down below. And as always, I will see you guys next time.